Hey everyone, I'm Dragon Rider, Queen of Cards, and thank you so much to the team over at Star Wars Unlimited for giving me 2 cards for the new set, Shadows of the Galaxy, to reveal to you all. So, let's get into it, and let me know what you think of these cards in the comments below. So first, we have a double aspect card. This is Sugi, Hired Guardian. She is a 4-resource, double vigilance, ground unit with 4 attack, 6 health, and says, while an enemy unit is upgraded, this unit gains Sentinel. And she has a smuggle effect with the cost of 6 resource and 1 vigilance. Now, smuggle is one of the new kind of keywords, one of the new mechanics in this upcoming set, and if this card is one of your resources, you can pay that higher smuggle cost to take this card out of your resources and play it, and replace this card in your resources with the top card from your deck. So, really kind of cool mechanic. I am not sure how I feel about smuggle, honestly. I feel like they're kind of expensive. This card, Sugi here, is a double aspect card, which means that you would want to play her in a deck that you have that double vigilance aspect to pay only 4 to get her out and play. But if you could just put her in any deck and pay the aspect fee if you only had 1 vigilance, which would mean she would cost 6, which is the smuggle cost. So this, in essence, is kind of like paying that aspect penalty if you didn't have the double vigilance, but you do get to play her out of your resource area instead of from your hand for that cost. So the one kind of upside to smuggle cards, in addition to any effect that they give you immediately when they get played, is that you can play them as a resource early in the game and still get to play them later without having to worry about trying to keep it in your hand if you do want to play that card at some point. So there is that a little bit of extra cost to get that out, but it still means that you can play it. So pretty cool mechanic here. 4 for a 4/6 that maybe has Sentinel if you also have the stipulation of an enemy unit being upgraded. Whether that's your opponent is playing upgrades or potentially you put one on it just to give the Sentinel, seems honestly like it is a little bit of a hefty cost. And again, because it is a double aspect card, or you pay the increased cost, whether you pay it because you're paying it from smuggle or you pay it because of the aspect penalty, she seems a little costly for what she is. But she does have the Underworld and Bounty Hunter trait, so maybe there is some synergies that you want to use Sugi with Underworld or Bounty Hunters. While we're talking about some of these Bounty Hunters and other mechanics, maybe you see on your opponent's side of the board that they have a unit in play that might be looking to attack your base, and you kind of want to make it look the other way. That's right, look the other way. This is a 0-cost cunning event that says exhaust a unit unless its controller pays 2. I actually really like this card. I think this card is really interesting. Exhausting a unit can be pretty powerful, and I think there are a couple synergies, honestly, that we've seen so far that I'm kind of interested to try with this card. It feels a little awkward sometimes to put these kind of cards in your deck where you're kind of filling a slot to do this, whereas you might want to have this type of effect from an action or as part of another card that you're getting added benefit, instead of having an entire card that is just doing that exhaust. And your opponent still has the option to actually pay the 2 resources, so it's not even a guarantee that you're going to get to exhaust their units, but it doesn't specify non-leader either, so you could use this on leader units that are deployed, so I do like that aspect of it. I mentioned that there's some cards from the new set that we've already seen that I am interested in trying this with, and here's what I've thought so far. The 2 cards are Final Showdown and Dr. Aphra, the leader. Now, Final Showdown is a double aspect card, so you will have to play this in a double aspect deck, or you'll have to pay the extra cost, which sounds very expensive. But for this one, you are trying to kind of stall the game a little bit until you get to the point of being able to ready all of your units and attack your opponent's base for ideally enough to end the game and win. Otherwise, you just lose. But I think this is a really kind of cool mechanic to have, and using things like exhausting and other tools to just kind of keep your opponent at bay, slow them down while you are building up to get to this final showdown seems like an kind of cool thing you can do. And Dr. Afra, so she is a new leader that when she is as her leader side, before she gets deployed, at the start of the regroup phase, you're going to discard a card from your deck. And once she's deployed, if there are 5 or more different costs among cards in your discard pile, she gets +3/+0. And then when she's deployed, you choose 3 cards in your discard pile with different names. And if you do, you can return one of them at random to your hand. Well, 0 cost card, I think, helps get you to that 5 or more different costs. And look the other way could potentially even be the one card that you want to put back to your hand to, again, continue to kind of stall the game, exhaust your opponent's things. So, I don't know. I think there's potential. What do you think of these? Is this like just the conspiracy theory, like totally out there idea? I don't know. Let me know. But these seem like some really cool interactions. Maybe play all 3 in the same deck. But I'm looking forward to playing and trying out Look the Other Way, whether it's in a deck with these other cards or not. And again, thank you so much to the team over at Star Wars Unlimited for giving me those cards to reveal. I hope you enjoyed the video. May the Force be with you, and I'll see you in the next one.